There's a vision with the coalition government to grow tourism across all the 14 provinces. As we know today, the tourism heartland is mostly in the Western Division. We want to grow beyond that. As you know, the contribution of tourism into the GDP is more than 40%, 42, even close to 50. Now that is benefiting only some regions in Fiji. We want to broaden it. You may know that there is a Nawoliku project funded by the World Bank to the tune of $200 million, or 440 million Fijian. It's a 10-year project to uplift Vanuabalavu to be conducive for tourism. Airports, roads, sewage systems, and the like. Now, Lau is also part of a vision. These are some of the most idyllic islands in Fiji. And the vision is to grow Lau to be a region like the Coral Coast, like Dinarau, like Mamanuca, like Esawa, like Ndeumba. We want Lau to be a region on its own in tourism. I'm fortunate that I was able to invite the head of the United Nations here in Fiji, together with UNDP, the World Bank, to be part of this trip, to see for ourselves what it is like in here. And then from there formulate policies and the way forward to uplift Lau to the way we want it to be a region of its own in tourism. We started off in Moala. Moala is truly sensational. I think it's the 8th largest island in Fiji, very large, and lots of nature and the potential for nature tourism in there. There is a part of Moala has this, the foreshore is famous for the manta ray. And they migrate there on a yearly basis, amongst other natural marine phenomenon. And that's we started from there. It has a very good airport, and we want to strengthen that airport to be able to take a twin otter comfortably. After Moala, we went into Fulaga. Fulaga is also a world of its own. I see a lot of yachts in there, and very beautiful. There are issues with yachting on how they can mobilize better to meet the needs of the yachts. But I see much more than that in Fulaga. There is potential for types of accommodation that are unique, that could be unique to Fulaga. After Fulaga, we came into Tumbo. Tumbo is the center of gravity for the Lau group. We noticed that. Sure. Very well developed, and the support structure is there in terms of the hospital, government agencies, and the like. We want to develop that airport to take on bigger aircrafts, because Lau is very beautiful, but Lau's enemy is a distance. The challenge is the distance. So the secret is to develop more airports, good airports, all-weather airports, and to take in the kind of numbers that we want. Tumbo has one flight a week, and you can't grow tourism on that kind of service. It has to be a bigger aircraft and flying in regularly. From Tumbo, we came to Vivia, another beautiful island. They're big in agriculture, the kind that attracts all the people today, and they don't use any chemicals and all that, and they're nature-based there. There's also a beautiful airport in Vivia that can be developed to be an all-weather airport, and again, one flight a week will not help tourism in the year. And from the year we came here, in Vanuabalavu, and Vanuabalavu is another world. I mean, every part of Lau is unique in its own way. Yeah? Sure. Vanuabalavu has this Ngila area, and we only spending a few hours here. We wish we had more time, but if Ngila is an indication, Vanuabalavu is truly exceptional. And of course, we hear. I mean, it does not tell the whole story. It really is beautiful. Eh? That again has a huge potential. If I can just focus on what will make Lau become a region, is aviation. Eh? As I said, distance is a challenge, but it's beautiful. So you need to bring Lau closer to the tourism main points. So the way to Lau will be aviation. All the airports, we have a number of airports here now. They need to be all weather. Minimum, they should be able to take the twin otter. But going further, ATR 72 would be the way to go about it. Airlift is a huge factor in tourism. I will be asking our team to start developing these airports to be all weather and to be at a minimum compatible for twin otter. Twin otter is an 18-seater. Yeah. In some cases, we can go up to ATR 72. Yeah. Once you have the numbers in the Lau group, investors will come. That is the way I see the things happening. Yeah. We will replicate what we are doing in Vanuabalavu. It'll be a similar program, and it's been a gradual build-up. It could be similarly a 10-year project. Yeah, and along the way, start developing tourism in Lau. When you look at the economy of Lau, we were told that the main source of income is Yangona, and then the Sasalu, and tourism is really minuscule. I mean, it's really small. So, really, there's so much potential in tourism, and the way I look at it, the sky's the limit. It will not be the mass kind of tourism that we see in the West. These are people who are experiential. They'll want an experience, and these people are willing to fly further than other people to get to what is unique. You can't. There's not much unique in mass tourism. For Lau, it'll be a niche market. A niche, and for that class of tourists who want to see something else. We are committed to developing tourism in Lau, and it has the support of the people of Lau. Prior to coming, I met with the Turanga Natunel, Soni Bono Lau, and he welcomed this visit. And he sees huge potential for the Lau group. And a significant part of tourism is the way it can reverse the migration to the city. The Turanga Tuneu is an advocate of this, to grow activities here, economic activities in the Lau group, to hold back the people from drifting into the cities. In the Asawas, the member for Asawa, Honorable Saikuru, has said that in the Asawas where you have tourism, there's very little drift from the Vanua to Lautoka. Lautoka is the city, the Asawa. So we see the same thing happening in Lau. Grow tourism here, get the youth of Lau looking after tourism here. It will stop the migration to the city. And the issues that come up with mass migration. The cities are not ready for it. The quality of life is not as good. So tourism is the answer to reversing that trend. They're all unique, they're all unique in their own way. And that is the beauty of Lau. We will have a master plan for Lau, and in the master plan, we'll highlight all that is unique in all the islands. In Fulaga, they say that they dig the channel to bring in the yachts, and in no time the channel has grown. That would baffle the mind, and people want to see it. Yeah. And in just about everywhere we went, there's something unique in every island that we have visited. And that uniqueness is the strength of Lau. We have heard what they were sharing with us. We need to formalize the arrangement here in Vanuabalavu. There are 2 entry points in Fiji right now, Suva, and I believe Savu Savu, because Denarau is also being moved, is also being, is also becoming an entry point. Vanuabalavu, we should also consider making it an entry point so that we know who's coming and going, and help generate income for our people here, and B, if there are threats, in terms of what they bring in, the best way to do it is to police the border here.